Most cars don't die from age. They die from owners who never learned better. I have been working on Japanese vehicles for nearly 2 decades, and the single question I get asked more than any other is always the same. Why do Japanese cars last so long? The answer is not engineering. Every Toyota, Honda, and Mazda sold in Japan is mechanically identical to the ones sold in the United States, in Europe, and Australia. Same engine, same transmission, same factory, same specifications. But the cars in Japan last twice as long. The difference is not under the hood. The difference is the person behind the wheel. 18 months ago, I got access to something most Western mechanics never see. A complete service archive from a Japanese logistics company running 28 vehicles across 2 prefectures. Their oldest active unit had 740,000 kilometers on the original drivetrain. No rebuild, no major failure. Daily commercial use for over 2 decades. I spent months going through every record, every service note, every fluid log, every observation written down over 22 years. What I found was not complicated, not expensive, not technical. It was 6 habits, all of them free, all of them simple, and not one of them is in the owner's manual that came with your car. I am going to show you all 6 today, in order from least to most important. The last one is the habit their lead fleet manager credited personally for keeping engines alive past 700,000 kilometers. Stay until the end. Number 1 will change how you think about your car permanently. Habit number 6. Never idle to warm up. This goes against everything most Western drivers still believe. In Japan, idling a cold engine is considered one of the most damaging things you can do in the first 5 minutes of operation. A cold engine at idle does not reach operating temperature efficiently. The oil stays thick. The fuel mixture runs rich. Carbon begins forming on valves and injector tips. The engine sits in a mechanical no man's land, running, but not running well, far longer than necessary. The correct protocol is simple. Start the engine. Give it 30 seconds. Drive away gently. Gentle driving warms the engine faster than idling, circulates oil more effectively, and eliminates the extended rich running condition that stationary idling creates. The engine that reaches 700,000 kilometers was never warmed up in a driveway. It was warmed up in motion, gently, every morning for 22 years. Habit number 5. Check your tires before you think about your engine. Japanese fleet operators check tire pressure weekly, not monthly, not when the warning light activates, weekly. This is not a fuel economy tip. It is a drivetrain preservation protocol. An underinflated tire changes the dynamic load on every component connected to it. The wheel bearing absorbs more stress. The suspension geometry shifts. The differential compensates for irregular rotation. 8 psi low, invisible to the eye, unfelt by most drivers, adds measurable stress to components that cost thousands to replace. The fleet records I reviewed showed tire pressure logged at every weekly inspection. Not because tires were the priority, because they understood a car is a connected system. A problem at the contact patch becomes a problem everywhere else within 10,000 kilometers. 90 seconds. 4 tires. 0 cost. Every component from the wheel bearing outward lasts longer when you do it. Habit number 4. Use the brakes less. Not slower driving, less braking. Every high-mileage Japanese driver I have studied practices engine braking. In Japan, it is not an advanced technique. It is basic vehicle operation. You see a slowdown ahead, you lift off the throttle early, you let the drivetrain's own resistance slow the vehicle. The brake pedal is for the final stop and for emergencies. Every hard brake application converts kinetic energy into heat inside the rotor. That heat cycles through the caliper, the brake fluid, the hub assembly. It degrades fluid, warps rotors, and accelerates bearing wear through repeated thermal cycling. Engine braking distributes deceleration across the drivetrain instead. The wear spreads across components built to absorb it. Japanese fleet data shows vehicles driven with engine braking discipline requiring brake service at nearly double the interval of identical vehicles without it. Same road, same load, different driver, completely different wear rate. It costs nothing to lift your foot earlier. The brake components that were replaced last year knew this existed. Habit number 3. Change your coolant like you change your oil. Most Western drivers change oil on schedule. Almost none think about coolant until the engine overheats. Japanese fleet operators treat coolant as a critical fluid with a defined service life. Here is what happens inside your engine as coolant ages. The corrosion inhibitors break down, the pH shifts, the fluid turns mildly acidic, and that acidic fluid begins attacking the aluminum surfaces it was designed to protect: the water pump, the radiator, the cylinder head passages. The damage is invisible until it is catastrophic. A water pump that fails at 120,000 miles is rarely bad luck. It is almost always coolant that ran 40,000 miles past its service life. Japanese fleet records show coolant replaced every 2 years without exception, regardless of appearance. Because appearance tells you nothing, chemistry tells you everything. Coolant costs $30. The water pump it destroys costs $400. The head gasket failure that follows an overheating event costs $2,000. The math is not complicated. Habit number 2. Wash the underside of your car, not the paint, not the wheels. The underside. In Japan, undercarriage washing is standard after winter driving, after heavy rain, after any road contamination exposure. Road debris, moisture, and road salt accumulate on the underside of every vehicle. That accumulation sits against brake lines, fuel lines, and subframe metal. It holds moisture against surfaces never designed to stay wet. The corrosion that develops is invisible from the driver's seat. It progresses slowly. It fails suddenly. A brake line that corrodes through at 110,000 miles is not old. It is unprotected. It spent its entire service life covered in material that was never washed off. Japanese fleet operators wash the undercarriage on a defined schedule, not because it is complicated, because they understand that what they cannot see is exactly what destroys a vehicle silently over a decade. A hose, 10 minutes, zero cost. It preserves the structural integrity of the car in ways no service interval in your owner's manual will ever address. Habit number 1. Treat every fluid change as a diagnostic appointment. This is the habit the fleet manager credited above everything else. And it is the one almost no Western driver practices. Every time you change a fluid, you are holding a diagnostic sample. Almost everyone throws it away without looking. Oil that comes out black and gritty after 4,000 miles is telling you something different than oil that comes out dark but clean. Coolant that comes out brown is telling you corrosion is already active. Brake fluid that comes out dark is telling you moisture has been building for months. Japanese fleet mechanics document the condition of every fluid at every change. Color, consistency, contamination, that data goes into the logbook. And over time, that data shows patterns no diagnostic machine can find, because it shows change over time, not a single snapshot. The fleet's oldest vehicle had 22 years of fluid condition notes. At 310,000 kilometers, a note. Oil showing elevated carbon content 2 changes in a row. Injector service performed. Cost $90. The alternative? Carbon buildup severe enough to cause compression loss. Would have required a top-end rebuild at $2,800. The fluid caught it because someone looked at it before throwing it away. It costs nothing to look at what you are draining, and it turns every routine maintenance task into an early warning system that no technology can replicate. These 6 habits cost a combined total of nothing. No products, no appointments, no expertise required, only the understanding that a car is not a machine you operate. It is a system you maintain, continuously, deliberately, with attention. The Japanese mechanic who first walked me through these records said one thing I have never forgotten. Western drivers fix their cars when something breaks. Japanese drivers drive so nothing breaks. That is the only difference. You just learned the difference. If this changed how you think about the vehicle in your driveway, subscribe and share it now. Someone you know is about to pay for a repair that one of these habits would have prevented entirely. The next video covers the Japanese pre-purchase inspection protocol, The 19-point checklist that fleet buyers in Japan use before acquiring any used vehicle. Every hidden problem that private sellers and Western dealerships count on you never finding. If you are buying a used car in the next 12 months, you need to see that before you spend a single dollar.